to this demonstration. Homeland Security is after P. Diddy. The real reason why Homeland Security is investigating or is, well, they raided P. Diddy's homes, Los Angeles, New York, and Miami. What's the reason behind it? How many of y'all know the reason behind it?
Let's talk about it.
Homeland Security. You know, Homeland Security. Homeland Security. Is this the end for P. Diddy? We're definitely going to be chopping it up about that. Is this the end? Salute Snapman Turtle, I see you. Salute Sagas, I see y'all down there. Salute everybody. What's the reason? After all these years. See, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Tupac, back in 95, 96, Salute Still Swinger Podcast, back in the mid-90s, Tupac was giving us this information about Puffy. Now, of course, all of the things that he's been accused of, all these allegations didn't happen yet. Salute Kotan. But, salute Tam, Tupac was preparing us. Salute Sages. He was preparing us. So, salute Marty. I see you, Marty. Salute Marty. So let me ask this before I get into this demonstration, because I got a lot of information fresh off the press. Fresh off the press. I have a lot of information for you all. But first, drop a one. Drop a one if y'all think that this is a case of destroying a black man. Drop a one. Do y'all think that they're going after P. Diddy just because he's a black man? And over the years, he was successful. He was successful. And to this day, he still is successful. Do y'all think that that's the case that we're dealing with? That they're going after P. Diddy just because he's a black man, and it's all about tearing down the black man. Drop a one. And also, yesterday marked the anniversary of Biggie Small's death. Could that been a sign? Could this be a sign of Biggie Smalls coming for Puff Daddy? Now, over the years, from the very beginning of Bad Boys, the Bad Boy artists, whether it was the rappers or whether it was the R&B singers, they all were complaining about still dealing. Excuse me, y'all. Still dealing with this cold. I'm almost over it. As y'all can see, it's still a little bit in me. But over the years, these artists were always complaining that Puffy was gypping them out of money, particularly they publishing and they royalties. It was a big thing with the locks, you know. Some people say that Biggie was planning on leaving Bad Boy. So could this that's going on, could it be Biggie Smalls speaking out from the grave. Like I said, yesterday, March the 25th, was the anniversary when Biggie Smalls was killed. So now y'all say, what do the Homeland Security got to do with this? Because I don't think none of the rappers, none of the CEOs, I don't think none of them, I don't think Homeland Security ever came after them. So, salute, Vivian. I'm just asking a question. I'm not using the race card. I'm just asking a question. So you can either answer that yes or no. I'm just asking the question. And you let me be the judge of whether or not we're going to use the race card. If I want to use the race card over here, I'm going to use the race card. But this is not that case. I'm just asking. So, it's either a 1 for yes, that they are tearing him down because he's black, or either a 2, no, they're not. But let's go over the Homeland, why the Homeland is on this case. One of the things that Homeland Security investigates is human trafficking. That's one of the charges, or one of the accusations Homeland Security will come in on. And then also, the feds were there, of course. And then today, Diddy's alleged mural was arrested on drug charges doing a federal agent run-in at the airport. What was that about? Also, who tipped P. Diddy off? Because when they raided the Los Angeles home of P. Diddy, his sons were the only ones that you see in handcuffs. They said allegedly P. Diddy was on a plane out the country. However, nobody has came forward to say whether or not they actually seen P. Diddy on that plane. Now, there are reports that they seen P. Diddy in Miami walking around pacing. They seen him walking around pacing. So with the Homeland Security being involved, the Homeland Security investigate, and this is what they're investigating P. Diddy for. First charge we're going to discuss is the sex trafficking. Sex trafficking. And there have been a few individuals that came out and even spoke about allegedly P. Diddy. Okay, Ms. Groovy says Homeland is involved because they have the proof of his crimes. He tried to flee the country. They forced a landing. That's when you see him pacing at the airport. All right, let's build off of what Ms. Groovy said. Appreciate that, Ms. Groovy. So, Ms. Groovy says that Homeland is involved because they had proof. They have proof. What's the proof that they have? What's the proof that they have? Now, they raided his homes because they're looking for videotapes. because allegedly these acts that was committed at P. Diddy's party, these acts were video recorded. Allegedly. Allegedly. Now, why all of a sudden? Why is it all coming out all of a sudden now? Cassie gave them Kim Porter's burner phone. And remember, salute Suntan and Mel. I see everybody down there. Kim Porter had a tell it all book. She had a tell it all book. But before it could get released, somehow she mysteriously passed away. Why is so much death surrounding P. Diddy? I mean, why is so much death surrounding P. Diddy? When Biggie Smalls lost his life, Biggie Smalls' mother said, the person that's responsible for my son's death is in this room. The person that's responsible for my son's death is making a lot of money off of my son. Now, what I want to do is, in my opinion, I don't think that this is a case of tearing the black man down. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Although there are cases, and there are a lot of those cases, and also there are organizations, there are people that get paid lots and lots of money to tear black men down. However, this is not that case. This is the case. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get this stuff out of me. But this is a case of a black man tearing down himself. Salute, Ebony. P. Diddy had the opportunity of a lifetime. And I know some people going to say, but what about his white counterparts? What about them? His white counterparts didn't get caught. Some of them. Salute John Q. Salute Pretty as Eyes. I see y'all. John says they raided his home because of what Rodney Jones told the feds, as well as the previous lawsuits filed, like Cassie, saying pretty much the same thing about Diddy. Ms. Groovy says they were looking for the hard drives for Kim's book. They couldn't find neither of her computers or laptops, and that is part of the case. Salute, Southern Gal. I see y'all. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute. So, let me ask y'all this. Drop a one. If y'all believe that they got a case against P. Diddy. Drop a one if you think that they got a solid case against P. Diddy. Now, it's a lot of things surrounding P. Diddy's name. The death of Tupac. That's one. Keefe D said it himself. Salute Out of the Storm. P. Diddy said it. Keefe D said it himself that P. Diddy paid for the hit on Tupac. That's surrounding him. Kim Porter's death is surrounding him. And did y'all know that, remember back when it was P. Diddy, J-Lo, and Shine in that club, y'all do know that P. Diddy is actually the one that fired the gun. And I had said this a while ago. I said that P. Diddy, believe it or not, because New York and Baltimore is so close, and New York people back then had a thing for coming to Baltimore. So a lot of people that was around P. Diddy was given this information. This was before social media. The streets was talking, and that's all they were saying about that Shine and P. Diddy incident. They were saying that P. Diddy is the one that did the actual shooting. Why did P. Diddy get Shine to take the charge? And y'all know, according to Shine, the whole time Shine was locked up on P. Diddy's charge, P. Diddy didn't do nothing for Shine. And then what happened when Shine got released? He got deported. By who? P. Diddy. P. Diddy is behind Shine doing the 10 years. P. Diddy is behind Shine getting deported. Let's look at Craig Mack and Black Rob. Y'all remember Craig Mack? Flavor in Your Ear. That record is what got Bad Boy started, because Craig Mack was before Biggie. Craig Mack was before Biggie. That song, Flavor in Your Ear, is what helped launch Bad Boy Records. So why was it that Craig Mack didn't receive no kind of help from P. Diddy for his medical bills? Black Rob went through the same thing. Whoa. Black Rob gave us Whoa. That record, Whoa. Black Rob didn't even have money. Now, how do you go from being on one of the biggest rap labels in the 90s with that kind of success? Right, Sad, just karma. Y'all seen the pictures of Craig Mack in his final days alive. Y'all seen the pictures of Black Rob in his final days alive. There were only two Bad Boy artists that, to me, that made it off of Bad Boy with their freedom, with their life, and with a sane mentality. That was Mace. Remember, Mace jumped ship early. Mace said he saw it early. Mace got out of there. And then the Locks, Jada and them. Now, the Locks, they said that they were grateful for P. Diddy, because P. Diddy did, salute Pee Wee, P. Diddy did put them in a better position than that they were in before. So they did give them that, but he was raping them for their royalties. He was raping them for their publishing. Salute Leslie, salute Positive. I see y'all down there. So was it P. Diddy? Because some people going to look at it on a business aspect of it. Some people going to say, but Shane, business is business. It's not P. Diddy's it's not P. Diddy's responsibility, especially if they sign them contracts. And I'm going to say you are absolutely right. P. Diddy didn't force them to sign the contracts. So in that aspect, when it comes to business, in my opinion, it is what it is. They shouldn't have signed them contracts. They should have had a lawyer look over them contracts. However, However, just off of GP, out of good faith, Black Rob made you X amount of money. Craig Mack made you X amount of money. Craig Mack helped launch Bad Boys. Before all the shining suits and the crystal and the player lifestyle, before all of that came along, Craig Mack was there. Correct, Matthew. Con. It's a con. Contracts. So just off of GP, you know, my man need his medical, my man suffering. Okay, I got the bill. I got the bill. But then, I mean, everybody not like me and you. And I always say this, salute spoken facts. Just because I might have a good heart and I might do this in good faith, just because you might have a good heart and you might do this in good faith, when it comes to business, it's no such thing as having a good heart. They say it's no love in war. It's no love in business. I will admit to that. I will admit to that. It's no love in business. And that's why we were always taught business comes first. And this is why they say don't go into business with your family and don't go into business with your friends. Because a lot of friendships came to if it's me and my friend and we have a business and we go into business and the business is, let's just say, selling shirts. Okay? Now, let's say you put up 50%, I put up 50% to get these shirts. Now, let's say when the shirts come, okay, we just getting started. So me and my friend both is responsible for selling these shirts. Now, if I'm out and about every day selling these shirts, and if my friend is home bullshitting, not selling these shirts, I'm going to do probably one thing. I'm going to let my friend know, look, you ain't handling your business proper. And because you're not handling your business proper, it's affecting my business. I can't do business with you no more. Now, my friend is going to be in his feelings about this. My friend is going to look at me sideways. My friend is going to start spreading our business to other people. And it ain't going to be nothing nice that my friend is going to have to say about me. My friend is going to try to twist the narrative and make it seem like I'm either trying to get over on him. My friend is going to try to twist the narrative, I got big-headed. However, my friend is in his feelings. Now, I got a decision to make. Do I keep this business or do I keep it personal? So, with P. Diddy, he chose to keep it business. But in P. Diddy's defense, Craig Mack wasn't his friend. Black Rob wasn't his friend. Even Biggie wasn't P. Diddy's friend. They were his artists on a label. They were his artists on a label. Now, let's fast forward. How many of y'all remember the band? Remember the band? That show with who was on the band? I think Chopper. Help me out. Who all was on the band? But remember the band. Now we fast forward. Now he was trying to get these kids. He was trying to get these kids record deals. He was trying to get these kids record deals. And he was making them, I think one episode, he made them walk a long distance. I mean, he was, in my opinion, you know, he was trying to see Danity. There you go. Danity Kane. Appreciate that, Ebony. Danity Kane. What happened to Danity Kane? I thought Danity Kane had some good records. But those that were on the making the band, he was really trying to get the best out of them. Ms. Groovy says they were his artists, and as long as he kept them under his thumb, he allowed them to make money. But when they started seeing the real him and move on, he destroyed them. Facts. Juanita says he may go get him donuts. Santan says to get Philly cheesesteak. Ryan says they say he made $45 million off the band. Santan says Aubrey speaking out, I'm hearing. Positive Vibe says P. Diddy was just a con artist who never had any intentions on making none of those artists famous. He just used them. And I agree with you, Positive Vibes. But let's chop it up. Business is business. If you allow somebody to con you, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? This P. Diddy, it reminds me, salute Puzzle Solver, appreciate that Puzzle Solver. It reminds me of the situation with R. Kelly. Yeah, R. Kelly was guilty. He was guilty. But other people was guilty too. Like those parents, the uncles, they were just as guilty as R. Kelly because this was after the charges with the 15-year-old young girl that he peed on camera. And he ain't beat that, but he settled that out of court. Y'all knew that R. Kelly was charged with having sex with a 15-year-old girl. But y'all still took y'all children, y'all still took y'all family members to R. Kelly. Now, let's look at P. Diddy. Let's look at P. Diddy. Majority of them knew what type of person P. Diddy was. The majority of them knew what type of person P. Diddy was. So, if you know that that's a snake, and if you keep going around this snake, and when the snake bites you, whose fault is it? Now, I do know that there are politicians that is involved in this case against Puff Daddy. I do know that not only are they politicians involved, I do know that there are executive from record companies. There are some heavy hitters that is involved in this P. Diddy's case. And I do know that a lot of them are going to fall along with P. Diddy. But you got to ask yourself, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it at the end of the day? But one thing that I know about people will see a person do something to somebody else, but as long as they don't do it to them, they'll get them a pass. I've done that before. So I gotta raise my hand and take that charge along with everybody else. Legend says P. Diddy just another one of the puppets. Right. Now, what did he do, Legend arising? What did P. Diddy do to have them turn their back on him? What did he do? I'm going to give y'all a brief rundown on P. Diddy because there's some that don't really know too much about P. Diddy. You look like a retired Terry Crews. That positive vibes. You let Magic Hobo get to me first. Magic Hobo says you look like a retired Terry Crews. But let me give y'all a rundown on P. Diddy. All right. Excuse me, y'all. P. Diddy was born November 4th, 1969 in Harlem, New York. He's 54 years old. Allegedly, these are some of the females that he had dated. Cassie Ventura, Jennifer Lopez, Naomi Campbell, Emma Willis, Cameron Diaz, Alicia Duvall, and Kimberly Porter. Now, his children are Justin Dior Combs, Delilah Star Combs, Chance Combs, King Combs, Jesse James Combs. It says his education was from Mount St. Michael Academy and Howard University. It says Puffy founded Bad Boy South, Bad Boy Records, and Bad Boy Latino. Now, in February, Sean Diddy Combs accused of sexual harassment and assault by a producer on his latest album. It says Sean Diddy Combs was sued Monday in federal court by a producer on his most recent album, who accuses the music mogul of sexually harassing, drugging, and threatening him over more than a year. The producer, Rodney Little Rod Jones, says in the lawsuit that he lived and traveled with Combs from September 2022 to November 2023, during which time he recorded hours of video and audio of Combs, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. Among the allegations is that Combs forced Jones to procure sex workers and pressured him to engage in unwelcome sex acts with them and others, and that Combs gave laced alcoholic beverages to people who attended at his homes. The lawsuit includes what it says are screenshots from gatherings hosted at Combs' homes that included underage girls and sex workers, some of whom he said were provided drinks that had been laced with drugs at Combs' direction. Did y'all hear what I said? Now that came from Little Rod. Rodney Little Rod Jones says in the lawsuit Let's read some more. The suit filed in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York also names Combs' adult son, Justin, his chief of staff, Christina, Universal Music Group CEO, Sir Lucien, and former Motown Records CEO, Ethiopia, Haptemariam, as defendants. Wow. Jones says in the lawsuit that Greenwich, Haptemariam, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group effectively worked together with Combs in a RICO enterprise that failed to adequately monitor, warn, or supervise the actions of Combs, his son, and his chief of staff. A RICO enterprise is any individuals or groups that act together to violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Now, listen, because it's a lot of y'all out here that's on social media, and it's a lot of y'all in real time that are acting in an organization such as this organization. And a RICO charge, believe it or not, a RICO charge can be filed against y'all in your organization. So you got to be very careful with who the people that you got around you. And you got to be careful of the activity that's going on. Now, it says Little Rod is seeking $30 million. Representatives of Motown Records and Love Records did not immediately respond to requests for comments. It says representatives for Justin Combs said in a statement that he categorically denies these observed allegations. And if y'all see on the pictures, they got his son, they got Justin in handcuffs. They got him in handcuffs when they raided the home. They are all lies. So it says representative for Justin Combs said in a statement, I read that he categorically denies these observed allegations. They are all lies. This is a clear example of a desperate person taking desperate measures in hopes of a payday. The statement said there will be legal consequences for all statements defamatory. There will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family. We all know where P. Diddy messed up at. Everybody knows, and it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out where P. Diddy messed up at. He messed up when he settled less than 24 hours later, right, with Cassie. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? Less than 24 hours, P. Diddy settled out of court with Cassie. So now, it's a payday. And what I say in the beginning, y'all, you can't get mad at P. Diddy for handling his business. So now, P. Diddy, you can't get mad at these people that are now coming out and suing you, because business is business. And that's one thing that you got to remember. Karma. It's a such thing as karma. What you put out is what you'll receive back. P. Diddy was all about his business, right? He was raking his artists. It was all about business. So you can't expect for your artists to be mad at you, P. Diddy. Now you can't expect, or you can't be mad at the Little Rods. You can't be mad at the Cassie. You can't be mad at these individuals that's coming out and attempting to sue you. According to Jones' lawsuit, we got more, y'all. According, salute 80s, baby. I see 80s, baby. Make sure y'all get my likes up. Y'all get my likes up. I'm sick. I'm still sick. And I'm giving y'all information fresh off the press. Y'all get my likes up. So it says, according to Jones' lawsuit, in or about August of 2022, Combs called Jones and requested that he produce several songs on the R&B album, the Love Album, Off the Grid, which was released in September 2023 and was nominated for a Grammy. Mr. Jones agreed, and his life has been detrimentally impacted ever since, the lawsuit says. Jones alleges that Combs sexually harassed and assaulted him while he lived with him at Combs' homes in Florida, Los Angeles, and New York, as well as on a yacht Combs rented in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The harassment and assault included constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus, according to the lawsuit. Jones says he was forced to work in Combs' bathroom as Combs showered naked in a glass enclosure, according to the lawsuit. When he raised concerns about the behavior to Combs' chief of staff, the lawsuit says she dismissed them as friendly horseplay, stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. Wow. The lawsuit accuses the chief of staff of aiding and abetting Combs' sexual assault of Jones and of working with Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. Salute, Watch Queen. Salute, Watch Queen. There's more. Jones also alleges that he was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them to please Combs. Right, Leslie? Salute, Leslie. All money ain't good money. Wow. It gets deeper, y'all. And it keeps getting deep. That's the cold thing about it. It's deep, but then it keeps getting deeper. It says, to aid in the alleged recruitment, Jones said Combs provided him with an exclusive bad boy baseball cap and required him to wear it to a Miami establishment as a signal to any sex worker he approached that Combs was in town and had sent Jones to recruit them, the lawsuit says. Jones alleges Combs, whom he describes in the lawsuit as forceful and demanding, and someone who does not take no for an answer, leveraged his power as one of the most influential people in hip-hop and business to intimidate him, including by threatening to inflict bodily harm if Jones did not comply with his demands. On one occasion, Jones alleges Combs forced him to watch as he displayed guns and bragged about getting away with shooting people. Listen. In a separate incident, Jones alleges Combs shared that he was responsible for a shooting in a nightclub in New York City in 1999 with the rapper Shine, born Jamal Barrow. A jury acquitted Combs of gun possession and bribery charges in connection with that incident, while Shine was sentenced to 10 years in jail. Jones was terrified of Combs and felt he could not tell him no, according to the suit. See, it's getting deep, y'all. It's getting deep. It says, Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and with law enforcement, the lawsuit says, which he does. And we all know that in the music industry, Puffy has power. There's more. Jones says in the lawsuit that he has video and audio evidence to support some of the allegations. The lawsuit says that Combs required Jones to record him constantly and that on several occasions, Combs took Jones' cell phone to record himself. As a result, Jones alleges he has hundreds of hours of video and audio records of Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious activity. You can't make this shit up. You got to know. You got to know. And it don't take a rocket scientist. It don't take a criminal. It don't take a person from the streets. All it takes is common sense. Stop video recording shit. I don't understand people. And I know. Some people get away with their crimes when they record it. Some, not all. And in this case, P. Diddy, this shit is going to come back to haunt you. Your ass shouldn't have never recorded none of that shit. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm going to give breaking the law 101. When you breaking the law, do not record the shit. Can't make this shit up. Jones says in the suit that he believes Combs also drugged him on February the 2nd, 2023. He alleges he woke up naked, dizzy, and confused in bed with Combs and 2 sex workers. I see we got a lot of trolls in the building today. Moderators, let the trolls rock out. Moderators, let the trolls rock out. I see we got a lot of trolls in the building today. Once again, moderators, let the trolls rock out. If I'm that important, if they gotta come and troll me, I must be important. Once again, moderators, let all trolls rock out. Salute to all the trolls. It says, Jones says in the suit that he believes Combs also drugged him on February 2nd. Now, see, he got a date. See, because in the court of law, it's all on what can be proven. And they always tell you, especially like if you're reporting any kind of discrimination, if you're reporting any kind of harassment, they always tell you to date it. Have the date, and if you can, have the time. Now, he has a date. February 2nd, 2023. He alleges that Combs drugged him on that date. He says he woke up naked, dizzy, and confused in bed with Combs and 2 sex workers. That's a crime. That's a crime. He's not going off of no hearsay or she said this. He's given a specific date and he's telling in details what happened on that date. So that was good of him. It says, in response to a request for comment, Jones' attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, used a Latin phrase, res ipsa loquitur, which loosely translates as the thing speaks for itself, referring to the lawsuit. They're letting you see, look, the lawsuit speaks for itself. And you can't get around the lawsuit. Salute, Blue Devil G. Jones says in the suit that he was under an implied work for hire agreement and was not compensated for the songs he produced on the Love album. As a result, the lawsuit says Combs, excuse me, y'all, Combs, Love Records, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group were all unjustly enriched at his expense. The labels did not immediately respond to requests for comment. So basically, salute Smoke. I see you down there, Smoke, Cape Cod, the For Life, Melanated Queen. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. So basically, P. Diddy pretty much strong-armed Little Rod. He strong-armed Little Rod. What we consider in the hood, he just straight strong-armed him, and he went up in him without Vaseline. That is like, what else you want? What else can you do to a man? What else can you do to a man? You went up in me raw, and that ain't a figure of speech. He really went up in this man raw, and not only did he go up in him raw, he strong-armed him. Got him to produce all these songs and ain't pay him nothing. Nothing. P. Diddy, Lord have mercy. You deserve to get everything that's coming your way. Rico Dub Salute says, is Young Miami and her cousin gonna be under investigation too? I'm going to get to that. I think before Young, I think she will rat. I think she will tell everything that needs to be told. Let me finish with some more, y'all. It says, Combs has been sued by 4 women who have accused him of sexual assault. It says Cassie, whose legal name is Cassandra Ventura, said Combs physically abused her and forced her to have sex with male prostitutes while he masturbated and recorded the encounters. This nigga Puffy is a freak for real. The lawsuit was settled the day after it was filed. The settlement was in no way an admission of wrongdoing, Combs' lawyer, Ben Brefman, has said. This is some out of this world type fetish. And it's okay if you have a fetish. Some people got foot fetish. Melanated says, Shank, did you see my question? let me come back to it, Melanated. And I don't mean to skip over any of y'all questions. Let me grab your question, Melanated. You might have to put it back. Melanated Queen says, I have a question, Shank, chat. Where is Ava Combs he legally adopted? Good question. Do anybody know where Ava Combs is at? The daughter of him that he adopted. Do anybody know where she is? Can y'all drop it in the chat if y'all know where Ava Combs is? That's the one that he adopted. You're right, positive vibes. All that evil sexual indu is by grace. No one got AIDS from this. Exactly. And Juanita says Diddy is a sick individual. I mean, like I said, come on, y'all. We all might try something different. Positions for me. Let me clear that up. Hey, now and then, I might want to try a different position with me and my woman. You know what I mean? That's it. All this extra curriculum activity with sex workers, hell no. All this, me watching a male prostitute have sex with my woman, negative. The old man don't get down like that. Appreciate you, Smoke. Let's finish, y'all. Let's finish. Following Cassie's lawsuit, two other women, Lisa Gardner and Joy Dickerson Neal, have alleged in lawsuits that Combs sexually assaulted them. And a woman identified as Jane Doe in court documents said Combs and two other men gang raped her when she was 17 and Combs was 34. You're going to prison. This is the sexual activity shit that send your ass to prison. You're going to prison. Now, if it's a female, because some female fetishes is they like to have more than one man getting it on with them. They like to be gang raped. Some females are into that. Now, if it's a female that's into that, hey, that's fine. That's fine. But if the female is not into that, you can't just take the pussy, is what I'm trying to say. And for us men, it's, I think, 100 women to one man. For a man with the status that P. Diddy has, you ain't even had to take the shit that P. Diddy is being accused of. He ain't even have to go out like that. I'm sure that there are women. I'm sure that there are women that would be gladly to be gang raped by P. Diddy and some other men. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's right. I just don't get it when you reach a status, you work day in and night out. And I will give P. Diddy that. He worked day in and night out to build Bad Boy Records. You work day in and night out to establish an empire. And because of your foolish fetishes and your twisted sexual activities, you're going to watch that empire that you built. You're watching it crumble. There's more. Those 3 cases against Combs are still pending. Now, he got those cases pending. Those cases are pending. In a statement in December, he denied the allegations, saying enough is enough, and called the claims against him sickening. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth, he said in a statement. The mounting allegations stand to harm Combs' legacy and business empire. After Ventura filed her suit, 3 of Combs' former artists expressed support for her. The same month, Combs stepped down as the chairman of Revolt TV. In December, Hulu scrapped a reality television show that was to have followed his family. And in January, Combs withdrew his lawsuit against the Diageo as part of a settlement with the London-based spirits giant, which he had accused of racism. Wow. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel by a cash donation. The cash app is $ERICMCINT. What y'all think? Let me jump down to the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about this? It's not looking good for P. Diddy. Legend of Rising says they will back him. Salute, Bella. Salute, Bella. Appreciate you for pulling up. K. Carr says Diddy's getting what he sold. You reap what you sow. That's what I was always taught. You reap what you sow. If you put out that negative energy, whatever you put out there, that's what you're going to get back. You can only get away but for so long. Salute, Calvin Powell. My day going good. Blue Devil G says, it's an international trafficking. Yeah. Wow. Let me find some more stuff on this P. Diddy. Legend of Rising says, anyone who goes to Diddy's parties knows what it intends and can't talk on it. Juanita says, Diddy brought all this on himself. He could have gotten out of this, but he sold his soul. He became a puppet master, and it's sickening the things he did. The Four Life says, I think P. Diddy about to get what he deserves. A lot of people died or went to jail around him. Rico Dub says, he got enough money to get less years than R. Kelly? I don't think so, Rico Dubs. I don't think so. Vivian says, sounds like a sexual deviant, sexual predator, you name it, a real sick individual. That's facts. Calvin says, are you on cruise? I'm not. Nah. Low-key Customs Car says, Diddy needs hit for a lot, especially getting up in baby bar checks. 80 Baby says, Dad's done with him. Now he's hung out to dry. They gonna drain him dry. Diddy don't drop the soap. Facts. Plenty Henny says, the elites use people as currency like we use money. Been going on for longer than we can comprehend. Facts. Now, I can't sing. I can't sing, Calvin. Raw Meat says show feet. Let me find some other stuff, y'all. Y'all keep dropping them chat. Y'all keep dropping the comments in the chat, though. Keep my chat lit, y'all. Once again, moderators, let all trolls bang out. All right, let me come out of that. Moderators, let all trolls bang out. All right, let's see what we got. You see the uniform? Y'all see the uniform? I just wanted to do something different. You know, I felt like it's time for me to reinvent myself. So I'm glad that you noticed the uniform. What type of uniform do y'all think that I'm wearing? I'm going to let y'all decide. What type of uniform do y'all think I'm wearing? Drop it in the chat. I'm reinventing myself. I'm trying some new things. There go positive vibes. See, I don't have to cut up. They cutting up. Hey, positive vibes, I'm wondering why you ain't getting a piece of the action. Calvin says nurse. How many of y'all think that I became a nurse? Do y'all think I'm a nurse now? Let me know what y'all think. Vivian says medical. Miss Groovy says scrubs. I'm trying to find something that I ran across early. This ain't it.
Here's the big secret about women. We want you to flirt with us. We even want you to get sex.
Let me see. Y'all keep my chat lit. Calvin says, doctor, medical, you sound like Franklin Clint. Positive Vibe says Shank in his Mr. Clean uniform. Out of the Storm says, I'm just glad it ain't red and gold. Mega colors. Full Life says Shank, MD, PhD. Juanita says Shank is now the cafeteria worker. I like that. I like that. Y'all keep my chat lit. Keep roasting me. All right, let's see, y'all. CNN says that Sean Diddy Combs is target of investigation carried out by Homeland Security team that specializes in human trafficking. That's what I said at the very beginning of this demonstration. And everybody is pretty much saying the same thing. Homeland Security is involved for that reason, human trafficking, and other reasons as well. I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Human trafficking, the young kids. It says authorities, this is from CNN. This is from CNN. Authorities searched Sean Diddy Combs' homes on Monday because he is a target of a federal investigation carried out by a Department of Homeland Security team that handles human trafficking crimes, according to a senior federal law enforcement official briefed on the investigation. Now, this is fresh off the press from CNN. This is coming from CNN. It says the probe is being led by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and carried out by the Department of Homeland Security Investigations. It says Transnational Organized Crime Division, the official told CNN. HSI is responsible for investigating transnational crime and threats, including human trafficking, terrorism, narcotics, smuggling, and other organized criminal activity. The investigation stems from many of the same sexual assault allegations put forth in several civil lawsuits against Combs. According to a second law enforcement source familiar with Monday's searches, Combs has previously denied those allegations. It says heavily armed teams of HSI agents, that's Homeland Security, searched Combs' homes in Los Angeles and the Miami area Monday, some riding in armored vehicles, in part because authorities believe Combs employs armed private security at each of his residences, the first source said. It says agents were processing paperwork on card tables outside the Miami area home, and mobile command post vehicles were visible at both properties. Agents were authorized to search for documents. Now we talking. It says agents were authorized to search for documents, phones, computers, and other electronic devices that hold data or videos, the second law enforcement source said. So that's the real reason. I'm sorry that it took so long, but I wanted to give y'all all of this information. I'm sorry that it took so long to come to the real reason why Homeland Security raided Puff Daddy. The agents were authorized. The agents were going after documents, phones, computers, and other electronic devices that hold data or videos. It says a law enforcement source earlier told CNN that Monday's searches were related to an ongoing sex trafficking investigation. It says Homeland Security in New York said Monday it executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation in cooperation with local law enforcement and Homeland Security units in Los Angeles and Miami will provide further information as it becomes available. Combs' representatives have not responded to CNN's request for comment on the searches or him being a target in the investigation. Mm, mm. Yes, Juanita. There's a lot of information on her cell phone. I see you down there roasting me 80s, baby. I am not locked up. I am not incarcerated. I took allergy medicine. I took my Benadryl. I've been drinking my tea with honey and lemon. I've been drinking Theraflu. What's up, Damon? I see you down there, Damon. What's up, Damon? Appreciate you for pulling up, Damon. Appreciate all the newbies that have pulled up. Once again, moderators, let the trolls rock out. I'm honored for the trolls to be here. So let the trolls rock out. It says Combs has been accused of sexual misconduct in 5 separate lawsuits filed in recent months. Allegations the star has repeatedly denied. It is unclear which allegations are included in the federal probe. It says in November, singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit, already read that, about the lawsuit that Cassie filed. And if y'all remember, less than 24 hours, appreciate that. Make sure y'all subscribe to my backup channel. My backup channel is After Dark with Shank. 80s baby or one of my other moderators, can I get y'all to drop, Juanita, can I get one of my moderators to drop the backup channel, After Dark with Shank? I'll be doing demonstrations on that as well as the Still Swinging podcast. It says, his reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen. So P. Diddy is basically saying these things that he's being accused of is false. P. Diddy still remains. Did I live near that Bay Bridge that fell? Once upon a time I did. Now I traveled that bridge plenty of times. The bridge that fell, that collapsed when the ship hit it. I've been on that bridge plenty of times. And that's why I don't like to go over bridges. I don't even like getting on a boat. Accidents happen. Salute Red Viper. Salute Sharon Jackson. All I can say is right now, it ain't looking good for P. Diddy. From the biggest content creators to the smallest content creators, everybody is talking about P. Diddy. From the biggest content creators to the smallest content creators. So what I'm going to do is but the bridge wasn't built to take a hit from a ship. Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be paying attention to the news. I'm sure they're talking about it on the news. So I'm going to end this demonstration right here. I will come back later on. But as I said before, make sure y'all subscribe to the backup channel. Spoken Facts dropped the link to my backup channel, After Dark with Shank Rock Films. Make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. I'm not sure, Blue Devil G. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up. And I'll see everybody on the next demonstration. Let me make sure I come out of this right. Appreciate it, Jen.